Good evening and welcome to Dial M for Music. I'm Andy Scratch and this evening we have Fearless Vampire Killers in the studio with us. And I'm going to be talking to Kia.
Hello.
Good evening, mate. And Lawrence.
Hello.
And obviously we'll introduce all the rest of the guys later. Right, guys, let's start with a little bit of background about the band. Who fancies giving us a bit of info?
Yeah, I mean, we formed in our hometown in Beccles, probably 6 years ago, well, longer than that. Like when we were about 15, sort of, and then we started getting together. We moved to London, we started the band, played a load of terrible gigs in London for ages. And then, I don't know, we started getting on track. We started to play sort of out of London to younger people who actually understood what we were trying to do. And for some reason, we just got a call from Kerrang one day, said they were coming to one of our shows, which we couldn't believe because at the time no one gave
a monkey.
Yeah, a monkey's about us. And yeah, and then suddenly these things started kind of happening. But it's like we're a band that travels around, you know, in our Iveco daily van, you know, sleeping in the back of the van, playing gigs, you know. It's not...
Yeah, still rock and roll.
Yeah, I think people think that we're much more kind of commercial than shiny than we are, you know.
Well, I guess it's something to do with the look as well. I mean, you know, Kia, where's the look come from?
Oh, mixture of things, like everything from comic books, like Drew especially is massively into kind of comics and all that jazz. And then, you know, like films, we watch a lot of films, obviously like things like Tim Burton, but, you know, like darker stuff as well. And we just, everything, I mean, it's easy to say, isn't it? But like, we just kind of soak up and we've always been like attracted to the darker side of things, so we just kind of rolled with it. But it's not, you know, it's not forever saying we're stuck here. We just like the theatricality. We like playing up to something. So
yeah, absolutely. You've got this sort of is it Grand Amina? Did I pronounce that right?
Grand Domino, yeah. Yeah. That was just like something that I started coming up with when we moved into London. It was hard to write about our situation because our situation was going to work, coming home, playing the guitar and then going to work the next day. We didn't have any friends or anything, so I kind of made this world for us to live in and write songs about called Grand Domino. But our fans, like, they dress up as characters from it and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's nice to sort of see a bit of that sort of theatrics in music as well coming back because, you know, there's so much people just turn up in their jeans and T-shirts now. You're watching Talking Heads February, and in the studio we welcome back Carly Welford, who is Loaded's magazine's music columnist and everything else in the world, I imagine, these days.
I'm really busy in music at the moment.
You are really busy in music. You're always really busy in music. You're an example to me. An example? Oh, we might talk about him, mightn't we?
That's a very good link. I like what you did there.
Accidentally getting slick. I didn't mean it.
And slightly funny.
Can I just... row? I'm always slightly funny. Right,
That's
OK.
happened.
Tell me a little bit about what's happening early Feb.
OK, so February, it's all about the Brit Awards. It's been an incredible year in music, and I really, really think that this year's show should be really quite cool. Emily Sandé's performing, Mumford & Sons, Ben Howard, One Direction, apparently. We'll talk about them in a second.
OK, yeah.
And more importantly, Muse. Now, Muse is a band, whenever they're live, bring the house down. There's a couple more bands I want to talk about on tour, actually, in February. So Examples got a tour. One Direction are on tour as well.
Oh, yeah, of course. I've got to give it that.
You're going to be at the front row.
Oh, absolutely.
Trying to get your hands off Harry Styles. So that's Example. And one guy which everyone needs to get involved with right now is Jake Bugg.
Yeah.
Jake Bugg is a guy who is literally really young, like 17, 18, 19 years old. I can't remember his exact age, but he's toured with Noel Gallagher already. And
I was going to say, I'll be careful how I word it, but he's kind of his protégé.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost at the moment, yeah.
He's got a sort of Bob Dylan-esque twang to him. His album was really, really well received. But one guy to really, really watch out for this year. And if you can get tickets to go to his tour, it's really, really worth going to see him live. He's amazing. Yeah,
another band that we've featured on certainly on video, Two Door Cinema Club. They're playing Brixton on the 8th of February. And also an album to mention, Johnny Marr's got a solo album coming out at the end of Feb, which will be, I imagine, pretty exciting. I think that's quite a lot of stuff going on in Feb. So get out there, go and see all these things and check us out for the end of Feb pretty soon, yeah?
And more importantly, 14th of February is Valentine's Day, guys. So if you're watching, make sure you look after your girlfriend and buy her something nice. And if not, get tickets to go and see someone on tour.
Yeah, maybe One Direction. That could be the wrong direction, actually. Thank you very much. See you again soon. I'm Andy Scratch, and this evening I've changed 8 of my leather jacket because we have with us on the show tonight, Mr. B, the gentleman rhymer. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
For those who haven't seen your millions of videos and all the hits you've had on YouTube, Can you just explain to the folks out there a little bit about yourself?
Well, I do a little something what I call chap hop, which is reconnecting hip-hop and its ilk to manners and the Queen's English and that sort of thing. So, you know, if you can imagine perhaps Terry Thomas, Chuck D and Noel Coward having a swift sherry in a bar or something like that and deciding to form a band, it's probably something along those lines.
Excellent stuff. I've seen that, that in your distinguished career that you've played from, I think you've done Glastonbury up to the Edinburgh Fringe and all the other bits and bobs in between.
Indeed, yes.
How do you find festivals?
Festivals, well, festivals are splendid fun, really. And they're perfect for someone like me, who makes a bit of noise, but also is entertaining, I like to think. I'm certainly not a heads down in the instrument, sort of, you know, looking at shoegazing and that sort of thing.
No, absolutely, absolutely. It wouldn't be cricket, would it?
Absolutely.
So you've got 3 albums out, I think, currently, and you've got a new one out in the summer. But
Indeed.
your current album is The Tweed, and I have a copy here.
There we go, the Tweed
For
album,
you
yes.
Viewers.
Yes, you've had the White album, the Black album, the Brown album.
And we've
This
got
is the
the Tweed.
Tweed album.
Marvellous. Yeah, I mean, looking at some of the tracks, the Bullingdon Breakdown is a particularly excellent title, I think.
Indeed, yes. Well, that's the sort of second part of my song, They Don't Allow Rappers in the Bullingdon Club. Yes, which is about my time at Oxford and a group of chaps I met there who I don't really wish to talk about anymore, to be honest with them.
I can't imagine you want to see the videos either.
Possibly not.
So, you're a banjolele player. Is that your own invention, or is there such thing as a banjolele?
There is indeed. There was...
And this is it here.
There it is down there, the old girl. No, George Formby played a banjolele,
Okay.
largely. It's a ukulele, essentially, but with a banjo drum. And, yeah, Bertie Wooster in a P.G. Woodhouse one was once... I think Jeeves decided to leave his employ because he took up the banjolele.
OK, so you've got the banjolele extension on your ukulele. That's pretty much
That's
where we're
pretty
at.
much it, yes.
I'm here in North London at the Lexington with 2 of the band The Computers. I've got Al, lead singer, and I've got Aidan, the drummer.
How do you do?
Hello.
I do OK, thank you.
Very good.
So, we're here tonight because this is the first date of your free tour.
Yep, first date,
Yep.
free show, free
Yep.
tour.
And it's like a countrywide tour as well.
Yeah, it is. It's kind
you're
of like
going
5...
north, south, east, west.
Yeah,
aren't you?
yeah. And Scotland as well.
There you go.
Some people would say is another
Going
country.
abroad.
We're going abroad.
It's north. It's definitely north, and it's perfect weather for it.
Yeah,
so,
ideal.
free tour, but also you're promoting Disco Sucks, new
Yep.
single.
First single off our new forthcoming record. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's out February the 4th, I believe.
It is indeed.
Album April.
End of
something like
April.
that.
So everyone knows more information about it than I do.
Oh, I
I'm told
think-
the end of April.
I saw your
Is,
manager earlier. I think he sort of let it
Yep,
slip.
okay, there you go.
I've let that
Alright.
slip now as well.
Cool.
End of April. Very end.
Cool. So, apart from you know what you're doing now, can you give our viewers just a bit of a history of the Computers? What you've been up to when you started,
What
etc.
haven't we been up to?
Yeah, well, I know. I've seen some of your YouTube stuff, and you've been up to quite a lot. But
Loads of
give,
stuff.
just
We've
give us a
been
little
non-stop gigging
brief
for,
resume.
For as long as we've been going,
Yeah.
really, which is what, 5 years now, 5 and a bit.
Yeah, in various stages of our
Formations,
sort of like
all under the same name, and we've played everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you. I've actually seen you play twice. I said earlier at Leopoldsá down in Cornwall. So, yeah,
That must have been a treat. They were good
great
shows. I
live
remember.
show.
You know that guy trying to get up on stage and like fight me. Did
Yeah,
the first time he played, and the bouncers just sort of like took him out, and I was like giving it this.
Is that why you were hiding right at the top of the stage, though? You climbed up to the top.
Climbed to the top, and, yeah. There was nothing he could do. He couldn't get me.
So you've got. When I saw you there, both times wearing all white, you've got a bit of a new look for the video.
Yeah, new look for the whole rest of the near future.
Okay.
Yeah, new sound on the new record and new look. Sure.
Your show's starting, I don't know, in a couple of hours' time. So I guess you're going to need a bit of a chill now.
I'm going to do
Few
my
beers,
hair. Get
do
my
your
hair. Get my hair really big. You know, it's not big enough.
Right, so
Too slick back.
so if anybody wants to see your hair in full effect, where are they going to see it? Facebook?
Oh yeah, Facebook, Twitter, all of that normal stuff. you
All
know
that
what I mean?
stuff.
Yeah, all that jazz.
And your vid, if they go to your Facebook, I think there's a link there. And
Yeah,
you
there
can
is.
click
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
and
It's
see
on
the vid.
YouTube, so everyone can watch it. Unless you're in Germany, in which case you've got to watch it on Vimeo.
Oh, okay.
There's some rules.
That's a Berlin rule, is it?
Apparently, it's actually a thing.
Oh,
It's actually
okay.
a thing.
Have a great show tonight. Have a great tour.
very
And I look
much.
forward to seeing you at Leopoldsá again in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Good evening, I'm Andy Scratch, as you well know, and this evening I have Jack Frattini back in the studio for Talking Heads.
Hello, Andy. You all right there?
Yeah, not too bad, feeling a little bit off colour at the moment, but, you know, going to soldier on through. How's the second week in March shaping up for gigs and other stuff?
Well, we're shaping up pretty busy again. We got a Skunk Anansi coming up with a new single, 11th of March. Put that on your diary, and also they're going to be back on tour from the 13th of March, doing a UK tour. So wherever you are in the UK, you should go and check them out.
Okay, 11th of March, you say that's David Bowie's album is out, of course, on that date too.
Fantastic.
Yes, the single, of course, is out already, but yeah, looking forward to the album, hoping it's going to be Scary Monsters 2, as Tony Visconti and everybody is reckoning.
Wow, I've got something else for you, really. A band from the US called Walk the Moon. Have you heard about them yet?
No, I'm about to hear it now. Fill us in.
Well, Walk the Moon, they just finished a UK tour, and they're releasing a new single, and I'm pretty sure we'll see them some few festivals this summer. So Walk the Moon, check them up. And also a very interesting fact of the live show, they all come dressed up and all face painted and everything.
Dressed up?
Yeah, all dressed up like...
I'm not sure that'll work on telly.
Well, no. No, obviously, you know, something new to come up, you know. But I think bands and artists, they're always looking for new things to come up with, you know.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
So,
we're always looking for new angles on this show.
Myself, you know, myself indeed, yeah.
Okay, anyway.
One more thing, actually.
Okay.
The Strokes. Have you heard about a new single?
I don't want you talking about the Strokes while I'm in here, but yeah, carry on.
Well, I know that's not probably the right moment, but the Strokes, anyway, coming up with a new single, really friendly radio play, and they are probably back on tour and doing a festival this summer. So
fabulous, fabulous. I've seen the Strokes many times, and yeah, they never disappoint. So that's good news. Well, Jack, thank you very much, and hopefully I'll see you next time.
I hope so too. Yeah, because I do miss your face in a bit.
Really?
See you soon, mate. Cheers.
We'll leave it there, everybody. Good evening and welcome to Talking Heads. Once again, I have Jordan in my van, and we're going to talk just a little bit about Record Store Day, which is coming up very soon. Jord, welcome back.
Hello, nice to be back in your van without the handcuffs this time.
Yes, well, you know, I have to keep you here and keep your interest somehow. Just to have a little bit of a chat about Record Store Day. Been going about 5 years in this country. It started off a lot of independent bands releasing a lot of independent stuff in independent shops. It's evolved into a little bit of a corporate fest. Is that fair?
I think you've hit the nail on the head there. Record Store Day was created because everybody knows that record stores are dying very quickly. As you can walk around London and you can see lots of small boutique record shops. Outside of London, not that many. I probably can name about one, I think, in the place where I'm from. Whereas it was put together originally to try and save these places and help out bands that are doing small releases on vinyl, CD, especially for Record Store Day, it's suddenly become this sort of big corporate PR machine, and now all the majors are getting involved in it. And while you could say that is a good thing in some ways, in other ways it does push out the little man out of the equation, and it's a shame really when the whole day was actually set up to help out the little man.
And I think with HMV going bust and everything else, it's a real shame that everyone isn't getting behind little shops and little bands.
Exactly, and I think there's got to be a thing on the behalf of the shops as well, is that when the smaller shops are going to be looking for what releases to stock for Record Store Day, don't go looking for the latest things from Sony or Universal or all the large labels. Go looking in your local area, because I bet you will find some real gems that are there, that they're living there. They put them out on vinyl. They've done some really interesting little bits and pieces, and also you get the bands to play in store as well. I know a lot of places are starting to come up with really creative little concepts like that, and really make a big thing about the Record Store Day. But most importantly, keep it interesting and keep it local as well.
Absolutely, that's it. Support the little guy. 20th of April. That's when it kicks off. So
exactly.
Anyway, thanks a lot, George, and we'll see you again soon, mate.
Cool.
Right, I thought that went pretty well, Jack. Jack? Went pretty well. What do you think? Jack? Hello? Is anybody there? Just wondered if, it's worked out all right, this, but it's getting a bit hot in this bag. Jack, are you there? Jack? Oh, bugger.